Alright.
Roll. All right. So we can resolve again. Let's say, I'm gonna do this way. You know, again, we're gonna wherever the seventh is, we want to resolve it down by step. That's the first rule, and then everything else we can sort of figure out from there. Let's see. Now, sorry, hang on a second. No, oh, that's right. It's okay. It's a second. Now, I mean, another possibility is to have like a whole chain. Oops. Of seventh chords. You know, so you could have a progression something like that. And when you do that, voices. So you're still going to have seventh resolves down by step, that sort of thing, and then catching these voices. Oh, well, actually. So the seventh could be approached like held over like a suspension, and then resolved in step. So here, so here the seventh resolved down by step. Here the seventh resolved down by step. And let's say we have keep that as the seventh there. And then that seventh is going to resolve down by step to here. And we'll need to do the whole triple the root, omit the fifth, type of voicing for this one. Because if you've got them all in root position, and I also had to do that here, I had to omit the fifth and double the root in that particular seventh chord, like I might do in a dominant seventh chord. So all those are possible for these other seventh chords. All those, remember the voicings we went through for the resolution of root position 5, 7 to 1? You know, you can either, there was the frustrated leading tone, there was omit the fifth in this chord, or there was omit the fifth in the resolve chord to which you resolve. All those are available to you in resolving these other seven chords. Although they are less common, but they're still possible if you get, especially if you're doing something like this with a sequence, you know, where you're running along with root position seventh chords, then you're going to have to do something like that. There's just no way you can resolve a root position 7 to 1 without making some sort of parallel fifths, unless you do one of those things. Now, another possibility would be to use some inversion. You know, so for example, you could change this chord and see if it screws me up. You could do something instead like a 2, 6, 5. Not the best doubling in the world, but it still works. So it's also possible to use inversions to kind of smooth out some of these chord writing problems. And all these seventh chords can be used in inversion, although stuff like 4-2 is less common. You know, like a 7-4, a 2-4-2 or a 6-4-2 is less common. Everybody okay with that? Okay.